Hi everybody. Here's a map I made of the Silk Road. For this project, the client gave me a free hand, very rare, so I decided to create a stylized exotic look appropriate to the subject matter. Here's how I made this map. Since this map covers a wide area and I needed to show terrain, using one of the Natural Earth relief files was the obvious choice. I chose the Natural Earth 2 with shaded relief file with no water. I also downloaded the land and ocean layers, then opened these in QGIS. If you want to change the projection, do that now. I changed it to World Mercator to shorten the east-west spread of the map. I adjusted the view in the map window to include only the area I wanted to export. I exported the file as an SVG and opened it in Illustrator, then did the usual things. Deleted the bounding boxes, renamed the layers, and saved it as an AI file. Next, I turned off the land layer and set the ocean to a white fill with no stroke. Now I'll select the ocean layer and add an inner glow effect by going to Effect, Stylize, Inner Glow, starting with these settings. Now I'm going to apply some effects to the raster layer to create a painted look. To do this, I'll duplicate the relief layer and lock the lower one. I'll apply a filter to the top one. I'll use the dry brush filter. Try other filters to see how they look. There's no correct look here. If it looks good, it is good. By having both the filtered and regular layers, I can control the strength of the filter effect by adjusting the opacity of the filtered layer. I'll reduce it to 50% to soften the effect. Again, there's no correct setting here. Do whatever looks good to you. Here's the plain relief file, and here's the combined effect. That looks good. Now I need to get this file into Photoshop, so I'll go to Export, Export As, and select Photoshop for the file format, and use these settings. Open the exported file in Photoshop and also open a parchment texture file. These are easy to find online. Freepik.com has a lot of good ones. You can use one with more or less texture and randomness. It's up to you. Before I proceed, I'll select both of the relief layers, the original and the filtered one, and merge them using Command or Control E. Then drag the parchment layer onto the window. The parchment layer should be between the ocean and relief layers. You might need to scale the parchment image. It needs to cover the entire map area. You don't need to scale it proportionally. Set the blend mode for the parchment layer to linear burn and the opacity to about 60%. Now move the ocean layer below the parchment layer. This step is optional and it's a matter of preference. I added 2 adjustment layers to the merged relief layer, levels to increase the contrast a bit, and vibrance to reduce the saturation. It looked a little too yellow to me, so I also added a color balance adjustment layer. That looks good. And finally, time to release the Kraken. This was a black and white image from Freepik.com. I changed the black to a brown color, dragged it onto the map and scaled it, and then set the layer to linear burn. And the base map is done. Flatten the file and save it as a PSD. You can crop off the excess areas if you want, then go back to Illustrator. I've created a new Illustrator document and placed the PSD file on its own layer. Now we can add the vector stuff. The only information the client wanted to show was the cities and routes of the Silk Road. This left me a lot of latitude with the styling. The first thing to add was the cities. I drew simple circles with a white fill and black stroke, then positioned them manually based on reference maps. I could have added a cities layer in QGIS, but I would have had to do a lot of filtering since there aren't that many cities on the final map. The position of these cities also wasn't critical, so adding them manually was just easier than fooling with the data. Next is the route itself. I wanted this to really stand out, so I started with a 3-point red stroke. I used the pencil tool, but you can use the pen tool if you want smoother curves. I copied this line and used paste in front to put the copy exactly on top of it, then set this line to a yellow 2-point dashed stroke using these settings. I wanted to add a drop shadow to really set the root off from the background. I locked the yellow stroke and selected the red one, then used Effect Stylized Drop Shadow with these settings. To add a little flair, I added some small images for each city. These were black and white images I found on FreePic and Wikipedia. I changed the black to brown in Photoshop and then placed them onto the map, then set them to multiply blend mode. And now for the labels. I used Adobe Brioso Pro, which has a calligraphic look that's perfect for this project. Next, I added some white strokes to represent the Great Wall. And finally, I added the legend. The scroll is an image from FreePic, and I pulled the scale from the original QGIS file and changed the type. I forgot to add the scale in this video, but make sure you remember it when you export from QGIS. And that's it. This is a useful technique for historical maps where precision isn't critical. Check out my designer's guide to creating great maps at themapguide.net/guide and download 2 free chapters. That's all for now. See you next time.